Well, good morning, ladies. Welcome back. We are in for phase number 1, workout number 3 of your total body transformation. I am excited today to bring you a strength training workout that involves some shoulder, some triceps, and some bicep training. Because it's our instructional videos, we're going to be going through a few different exercises at 2 sets per exercise, explaining proper form and execution along the way to help you prevent injury. With that said, ladies, if you have not already got approval from your doctor or medical professional in regards to exercising, please make sure you do so, because we don't want to cause any sort of illness or injury to your body simply because you didn't have that approval to begin with. We're gonna get into it, girls. Let's get going. Upper body focus today. Let's start off with some arm circles as a warm-up. So arm circles are amazing anytime we come into a shoulder-based training, simply because it just helps to get our shoulders nice and warm, also helps to warm up a little in through our rotators. And let's start to come back here. That's it, girls. So for today's workout, you're gonna need 2 sets of dumbbells. 1 light set, 1 heavy set. You're also gonna wanna have a chair close by. So if you need to, feel free to pause this workout, run and grab your chair, and then join me on back here in just a moment. We have just switched arms in for forward circles. Let's bring it for 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's come in for backward circles. That's it, ladies, for 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, let's roll those shoulders back. Core is nice and tight. Your chest is nice and high. Elbows are tucked into the side. And let's just warm up our rotators. Right in for an external rotation. So you'll notice my elbows stay tucked into my rib cage all the way through the movement. My palms come out and back in. Out and in. We're going to come in for another 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I love body weight warm-up just because we can simply, by squeezing our muscles, get so much blood flow through the area. So I want you to come in for a set of bicep curls, but again, we're just doing body weight. So squeeze your biceps right in here every time you curl it up. And whether you want to clench a fist or have your palms nice and open is entirely up to you. And in just a moment, we're gonna alternate this out so that we're curling up in front, out to the side, up in front, out to the side. Let's do it for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're moving into triceps. Here we go. Just pushing the palms back. I want you to envision that you got something on your palms and you're literally just pushing it back with a nice straight arm. You're going to feel a squeeze at the back of your arm, which is where your tricep region is. So again, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now keeping your elbows high, let's start to bend the arm where we're pushing back and back. We're up and up. Girls, let's go for another 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Keep squeezing with every repetition in 2 and 1. All right, ladies, we are nice and warm here already. We're gonna move into our strength-based exercise. So we're gonna go from a shoulder to a bicep to a tricep. That is correct. So let's get started off with our our shoulder press. I want you to have light weights in hand. Bicep curls, we're gonna have our heavy weights. For our tricep extension, you're gonna have 1 heavy weight. So I'll show you what our shoulder press looks like. Let me just turn this music up a bit for us as we jump into it. So again, we've got 12 repetitions. With our 12 repetitions, you're gonna sit or you can stand entirely your choice. Either way, it's just most important that your feet are flat on the floor and your core is fully engaged. Drawing those dumbbells up, we wanna press up overhead. Release your palms back down and up. You'll notice my elbows come basically so that they're parallel to my bench or even to the floor. So up and squeeze, and again up and squeeze. Every time you push up, you want to breathe. and breathe. That's it, girls. If you've already been conditioned with this before, you might even see that it's possible to do this with your heavier dumbbells. You get to choose which you prefer. My count, I'm gonna guess we've got another 2 and another 1 to go. All right, standing it up, we're gonna do a bicep curl. So grabbing your heavy dumbbells, roll your shoulders back, feet are firmly planted into the floor, your core is nice and tight. We're gonna simply curl up and release it down. Ladies, I want you to pay attention to my elbows while I'm doing this. My elbows, you'll notice, stay pointing down towards the floor all the way through the movement pattern. What I don't want to see is my elbows coming up in front. That creates swing for 1, but for 2, it also starts to get your back performing the movement versus your biceps. So that's why your elbows stay tucked into your rib cage, facing the floor all the way through. So let's come in for another 3 and 2. Keep your core nice and tight for 1 more. Excellent job. We're going to drop 1 dumbbell. Sitting down on your bench or your chair, we're going to come in for an overhead extension. Now very carefully, I want you to bring the dumbbell up to your shoulder, and then I want you to press it up overhead. So you got a nice straight arm. My core is fully locked and engaged. And all I'm going to do is I'm just going to let that dumbbell fall down towards my back, and I'm going to press it up. And again, down and up. My arms are coming approximately parallel, maybe just a little bit below parallel to the floor. And let's come up for 5. Here's 6, 7, and 8. Here's 9, 10, 11, and 12. Now coming out of this, your core stays engaged. I want you to bring that dumbbell forward to your shoulder and then drop it down. The last thing we want to do is have that dumbbell far away from the body when we bring it out. Simply because the further it is to the body, the more pressure it puts in through my shoulders and my back. So that's why we always want to keep it nice and tight to the body. Okay, if you need a drink, grab a quick drink. We'll be in for round number 2 in just a moment. All right, we're in. Shoulder press, we're back. Light weights, unless of course you can do your heavy weights, feel free to grab heavy weights. I'm gonna stand up this time just to demonstrate the difference between standing and sitting, because both are equally just as great. So this one, my feet are ground down to the floor. I've got my core nice and tight. I'm gonna curl the dumbbells up so they're tight into my body, move my elbows out, and I'm gonna press 1 and 2. Here's 3, 4, 5, number 6, 7, and 8. Here's 9, 10, 11, and number 12. Now bringing those dumbbells down to the side. If you don't need to drop them, don't. Just creates a little bit of extra pressure. Double check that your shoulders are rolled back, your core is nice and tight, chest is high, and let's curl. 1. Here's 2, 3, and 4. Here's 5. Ladies, you'll notice I'm not swinging my dumbbells through. I've just got a nice static lower body, meaning it is still and steady. All biceps are working here. Let's do it for another 3, and 2, and 1 more. Releasing 1 dumbbell down. Let's sit down on our chair or bench. The dumbbell comes up to shoulder, and then we press it up overhead. Check your core. Make sure your belly button's tucked in tight to spine. Your feet are ground down through the floor. Let's release that down. Up for 1 and 2. Here's 3 and 4. Give me 5 and 6. Maintaining a nice neutral spine all the way through, ladies. For 9 and 10. Here's 11 and 12. Now, if that was a little easy for any of you, I just want to give you a little hint. If needed, you could pulse this movement. So you're getting like double the repetitions in, but it's burning a lot quicker. If you already were feeling the burn without the pulse, that is fantastic. All right, 2 sets are down for our first set of exercises. Grab yourself a drink. We'll come in for our second set now of new exercises to come. All right, here we go. Ladies, we're in for a W press. A W press literally is where our arms are up, our palms are facing in. And look at my arms. I'm drawing out a W. So my elbows come down like the bottom points of a W, and then they come up and out. This just helps to work our lateral head of our shoulder, the part that gives you that nice round shape. Next up, we'll come into a lateral curl. So we're curling out to the side, similar like our warm-up. And then we get to come in for a tricep push-up, which is gonna be, ooh, so fun and yet a little tricky. It's a hard move. So grabbing your dumbbells, you're probably gonna wanna start out at least with your light set of dumbbells before jumping into your heavy set. So curling it up, my palms are facing in, not forward, but in towards my shoulders. And I'm gonna press 1. Here's 2. Making sure your core is nice and tight for 3, 4, 5, 6, really draw out that W so my dumbbells come out to the side for 7, and 8, they squish in nice and tight to the body, and out again for 9, and 10, here's 11, and number 12. All right, this next bicep curl is a little more challenging than our last one. So if you felt like you still had some room to work with your heavier dumbbells, feel free to grab your heavier dumbbells, but if needed, your light ones are just fine as well. So let's roll our shoulders back. Let's tuck our tummy in nice and tight, and let's simply curl by letting our palms come out to the side and up to our shoulders, and then we release it down. Again, up for 2 and 3. Paying attention to my elbows, you'll notice again, they're tucked tight into my rib cage. I'm not flying them up and out. Rather, they're nice and steady. It gives a little more burn through your bicep. All right, I'm gonna guess that was about number 8, 9. Here's number 10. And let's go for number 11. And girls, we got number 12 happening right here. Good work with that. All right, tricep push-up. Ladies, if you're a super advanced worker outer, you could probably do these from your toes. Otherwise, let me give you 2 options from your knees. One is gonna be a tabletop, just like we did with our push-up in our workout number 1. I've got my hips nice and square, and I'm simply drawing my elbows back and up. When my elbows come back, it puts the focus into that little bitty muscle back there in my tricep. So it's back and up. If that's a little too beginner and you're more at the advanced level, intermediate level, I want you to come with nice flat hips. Again, doing the same thing. Elbows come back and up and back and up. Ladies, if needed, if you're more advanced, you can certainly do this from your toes, where you come back and up. I'm gonna go for my knees. My shoulder is still a little quite a bit irritated. So I'm gonna stay right here. We're pushing up and up. Here's number 3 and number 4. Ladies, I'm gonna count you through that. It's actually bothering my shoulder too much, so you keep it up for 5 and 6. Here's 7, breathing every time you push it back up for 8 and number 9. Here's 10. You got 2 more left of these tricep push-ups for 11 and number 12. Awesome job. I hope every one of you were able to finish that. I sure wish I could have. My shoulder will get better. I'm trusting 2 weeks it's going to be feeling pretty good. So go ahead and grab yourself a quick drink. We'll come back. Round number 2 is coming up. All right, are you ready? I'm ready. I'm going to stick to my light dumbbells. If you felt you had quite a bit of movement on that W press, feel free to grab your heavy dumbbells. So here we go. Elbows are tucked into the side. My palms are facing towards my shoulders. And I'm simply gonna press it up for 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, right, girls, if it makes sense, grab those heavier dumbbells, roll those shoulders back, tuck your belly button into spine. Let's curl it up for 1 and 2. Remember, my palms are facing out as I'm curling laterally, meaning I'm curling to the side this time. Here's 5 and 6. Give me 7 and 8. I need 9. Here's 10, 11, and number 12. All right, good go on that. Tricep push-ups. I'm gonna attempt tabletop tricep push-ups to see if I can do this. So you're coming right on down to your mat or to the floor. Remember, your elbows come straight back. Let's bring it down for 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5. This is a burner, isn't it, girls? For 6 and 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Nice work, ladies. That's definitely a harder set than the first one. You're probably warm. Maybe some of you are even starting to get a little bit of your sweat on right now. I want you to grab some water. We're gonna come in for our last set of exercises, another 3 for our final go. All right, are you ready? I am ready. Okay, ladies, so we're gonna do a set of bent over lateral raises. What that means is we're bent over at our hips and we're simply curling up and up. Now, if I've got my knuckles facing forward, I'm working our lateral head. If my pinkies are actually facing towards the ceiling when I come up, I'm more so working our rear delt. So there's 2 different renditions of this. I'm gonna do the second one simply because we just finished working our lateral head on our W presses. I now want to target our rear delt. So let's start there and I'll tell you where we're at for our next sets as they come. So I'm bent over. My core is nice and tight. Let me show you from beside. My back is nice and flat. And I'm simply drawing my dumbbells up to the side with my pinkies facing up. And again, we're right here, up and up. Now, ladies, one thing I want to caution you on, I'm just going to move my hair out of the way, is that sometimes we can start to lift through our shoulders and our neck simply because we don't have scapular stability. The goal is that the elbows raise while my shoulders stay flat versus my shoulders coming up. I'm sure you can see that key difference. If you cannot do this with dumbbells here, then I want you to do body weight only, right here. Because I'm telling you, when you squeeze all of your muscles, you can really get a good firm squeeze through your rear deltoids without the dumbbells. So I know you've been working hard here. I'm gonna finish off for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now with my dumbbells out here, this actually creates a fair amount of pressure in your low back. If you have a strong low back and a strong core, it's no problem. If your core and your low back is possibly a weaker area for you, then you may choose to actually do this sitting from a bench, simply leaning forward, and with a nice neutral spine, now you're coming up and up. So that's one variation where if you consider yourself to be at a beginner level of fitness, I actually would prefer to see you sitting versus standing for that one. Okay, we're in for our set of biceps. We need hammer curls. Hammer curls mean my palms are facing inward and I'm curling right here. So here we go, your heavy dumbbells are up. Let's curl 1 and 2. Here's 3 and 4. Keeping that core nice and tight, avoiding all swing. Palms facing inward. Squeezing the biceps with every curl. That'll go, ladies. You got 8 and 9. Here's 10. Number 11. And girls, number 12 is right here. Excellent job, ladies. Bringing your dumbbells down. Lying extension is our tricep exercise. This is a bit of a challenge. You want only your light dumbbell. We're doing one arm at a time. So laying on your back, you want elbow stacked over top of your shoulder with your elbow pointed up towards the ceiling. You're simply going to draw that dumbbell up and release it down. Up, release. Let's do it for 3 and 4. Keep that belly button always tucked in. Here's 6 and 7, 8, 9. Really squeeze every time that dumbbell comes up to the top for 10, 11, number 12. With the dumbbell overhead, you can simply switch sides, bring it down again, and up for 1 and 2. Now ladies, if this is a little challenging, if you're feeling this to your elbow, you actually could use this one hand here to help support the elbow, to help stabilize the elbow so you're not getting any pressure through your joints. If you don't need it, feel free to leave that arm down because it just gets your tricep working that much more because you have a little less stability. Let's go for 10, 11, and number 12. Excellent, ladies. Your first set is done. We've got one to go, so grab a quick drink and we'll finish off with our final set of exercises. All right, so lateral raises is starting. I'm actually going to sit down because I didn't get much of a demo with this before for you. So sitting on a chair, if you want to take this option, bending over at your hips. So remember ladies, anytime we bend over through our hips. We don't bend over through our back. See the difference between hips means flat back, back means rounded. Posture is always key. So rolling my shoulders back, I'm sitting up nice and tall. I'm going to simply just hinge forward from the hips. Looking forward or just down towards the floor, not down where my neck is rounding because I want to keep a neutral spine. My pinkies are facing out. I'm going to draw it up for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Excellent. Let's grab that heavier set of dumbbells if it's possible for you. Shoulders roll back, nice and tall through the spine. Palms are facing inward. Elbows tucked into my rib cage. I'm bringing it up for 1 and 2. Here's 3 and 4. Give me 5. Remembering we're avoiding all swing. We don't want to see this. Rather here for 8 and 9. Here's 10, 11, and 12. Excellent job, ladies. Dropping those dumbbells down. Pick up a light dumbbell, laying on your back on your mat or on the floor. Let's get your belly button tucked in. Stack your elbow over top of the shoulder. And we're going to draw it up for 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Here's 5, 6. Remembering at any point if you need to, you can put your free hand onto your elbow to help stabilize that joint. For 10, 11, and 12. Squeezing at the top. Switching that dumbbell into your very opposite arm. Let's bring it up for 1 and 2. Here's 3. You can see my free hand is on my tummy. I want to make sure my tummy stays tight all the way through. Give me number 5 and 6. Here's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Safely bring that dumbbell close to the body. before coming up and out of that movement, let's go ahead and drop the dumbbell. We're gonna turn our music down and we are gonna stretch it out. Ladies, that was your workout. We now have about 5 minutes to cool down. So I wanna start by focusing just with a nice long child's pose. We're stretching in and through our back and our shoulders. Just taking some nice, deep, silent breaths. Let it go, girls. And we're gonna thread the needle. What that means, I'll come out in front, is that we're just gonna basically bring one arm through and we're still gonna keep that same pose. Just holding it there. I lost my music. I'm just gonna turn it back on here. I guess I turned my volume all the way down. And let's do the same thing. Now, other arm, threading the needle, just putting it underneath while stretching through the shoulders and the back, drawing your hips all the way back. Very good, ladies. Let's come up onto our knees. We're going to stretch in through the shoulders again, simply by coming across the body. Breathing through. And let's bring that arm up and over. We're going to stretch through our triceps. And let's come, same thing, other side through our one arm. And let's come up and overhead, pushing on our elbow just to stretch through our triceps. Awesome. Ladies, I just want to finish with one more stretch. I want you to interlock your fingers. And with your thumbs facing up, I want you to pull through. You're going to feel a nice stretch in through your rear delts and in through your traps. So out. And then what I want you to do, while your elbows stay in the same position, we don't want our elbows to open up, but rather staying in the same position, I just want you to turn your thumbs out. By just moving your thumbs only, you'll notice that there's a nice deep stretch in through your rear delts and your traps. Oh, wow, is that ever an amazing stretch? Okay, this is excellent, ladies. Your workout is complete. We are done in 28 minutes. Good deal. So next time you come into this, girls, if you feel like you got a great foundation with this, make sure you jump into our workout where we get 3 sets of each. No need for the added instruction. If it's beneficial, as in if you're at a beginner level or never were properly taught how to do these exercises, I'd suggest you come back to this video itself at least 1, if not 2 more times before moving on. I hope you girls have the most amazing day. Thanks for joining me. Bless you, and we'll talk to you soon. Goodbye.